my jazz friends all over the world. Today I want to show you my current favorite jazz ballad. What are you doing the rest of your life? In chord melody style, of course. My name's Sandra Sherman and I simplify jazz for you. We're in the key of A minor and we have an AABA C song form. So it's the usual 32 bars plus 8 bars in the C section. Each section is 8 bars long. So let's start with the first A section. And we have an A minor here. This is the classical Led Zeppelin Stairway to Heaven thing. Going down from A minor with the A in bass. I also play that low A string in bass, so it's a little fatter. Playing the melody between B and A. And now the bass moves from A to G sharp and we get an A minor major 7, respectively 9, because the 9th the melody. Then I pick a little through the strings for closing that gap in the melody. Then a regular A minor with the 7th now, moving from A to G sharp to G. And now it would move to F sharp half diminished, but there is a melody goes up to C, and I find this pretty uncomfortable, but I just wanted to show you. So the logic is A going to G, G sharp, G, and F sharp. That's an A minor 6 or F sharp half diminished, but I play it up here. So this is your F sharp half diminished chord from the A string, but I need the B on top, so I need to rearrange my fingers a bit, cancel that C out there, because it's going to be here in a second anyway. So this is an F sharp half diminished 11, okay? And now I can even slide up to that C. That would not be possible, at least not with my tiny fingers. So I have my melody up. Well, the chord can still rings. That's cool. Then we're going to F major 9. Also, this is closer to this, so that's why I went for this chord, just so you know. But you can still go like, it's also possible. And then F major 9. Then the next melody note is that F here. So move your finger out, back in. And now I need to kill some time, and I do so by making an inner voice movement. These guys, and then I lift this, bar this, so I get a F6-9 chord basically, from F major 9 to 6-9. Then the low strings, because there's still no melody. And now the melody starts again. Put my finger back on. These two guys, this here is the melody, and I harmonize it in thirds now. So this is still within the chord. But now I'll leave the chord and I play the melody in thirds. That's in the key of C major. Because we're in C major A minor. We're not in F. We're in C. That's F Lydian. The first 4 bars and now I go to D minor. That's one of my favorite signature chords actually. That's a D minor chord. It looks like an F6 major 13 actually. But it's D minor actually, starting from its 3rd, D minor 9 or add 9. Okay? Then the melody. It's on the top 2 strings. Then I do the same thing now that I did with the A. But I can't move up here because my melody is here. So what I do is I take that here. I go from D in a string movement, in a voice movement. Going to C sharp here, playing a D minor major 7, 9. Then I fill the gap. strumming through the strings, then what looks like an F major 7 could also be thought of as a D minor 9 chord, right? That's a D minor 9 chord, right? So his inner voice moves down here. Then you need to bridge over because you need to catch that D. And now B minor 11. Okay. Melody. And now the first ending, E7, E sus4. You go all the way through the B string, please, because here's the melody. So I play, this is 2nd fret with the low E string. And now we resolve, this is going to, this is going back to A minor after it all happens. So with the scale is A harmonic minor or E Phrygian dominant. So I'm playing a little lick because there's a long melody gap now, gap in the melody. So out of the chord, I always try to play out of the chord. I start here. That's that Spanish sound with the flat 9th E. F is the flat 9th of E. That, oops, that appears in the A harmonic minor scale. And back, again, I lead to a tone within the chord. It doesn't have to be the top note, any chord tone. So this resolves to the chord tone G sharp in my plain E chord. Plain cowboy chords. Sometimes they're good, that's okay. And then I start the that's the pickup bar before it all starts again, and I play it, I harmonize it in thirds. We are in A minor, so I harmonize this in A minor. So the melody is a third down in A minor is A, a third down in A minor is B, E a third down is C, F is D, and then I go into 6th. Okay. Why do I do that? Because I want to start on the A minor, I need that A in bass, and this is a little closer to the A than if I would just harmonize this. I just like it better. That's all, actually. And then we can start again. Okay, here is the whole entire A1 section at slow tempo. Check out my 35 beginner chord melody jazz standards if you want to add some real popular standards to your repertoire. You get the PDF tabs and the Guitar Pro tabs, including standard music notation, and of course you get all the detailed video tutorials. Grab yours now. For the A2 section, please first repeat the first 6 bars of the A1 section, because now we're going to play the second ending of that A section. So we come from that B minor 11, and now you move your fingers 2 to the left, only these guys, and play an A in the bass to get an A major 7 chord. That's the same as this one, but I don't play, you could play this, but I want to play the open A string, and we need the C sharp is the melody tone. So that's why I play it like this, and the A string now helps me with filling the gap in a melody, because now I have the A string ringing and play over that ringing A string. I play a major 7 noodling. So I look at this arpeggio here, A major 7, and I add some scale tones to it in the A major scale. Go into the next pattern, and now I go, let me check. I go back the next arpeggio now. That leads me into this A with the major 3rd. Okay, so this is the arpeggio. And now I play thirds in the key of A. To get here, I always see where I want to go. And then I do something with it. I play a line there or thirds there. Because now this is the pickup. The melody, that's the melody. That's not my invention, that's the melody. That takes us back. That takes us to the B section actually. So here is phrase number 2 at slow tempo for you. You can help to keep the free videos of this channel running by donating via the thanks button below the video, or become a paying member and enjoy perks. The B section starts with a 2-5-1, and there's a lot of repetitions in the B section, so it's fairly simple. You learn it once and it repeats all the time. So we start with that B minor 11 now. Okay? And then we have the same figure all the time. Move in your pinky, out again. Then bar, so you get that 9th fret. Keep that index barred from this moment on. Because now we go into the 5 chord, E7, flat 9 in this case. Okay. Usually I don't bar it, but in this case, it's better to be barred. So you have, and then the A major 7 chord. You can play with the low A string or not. And now we go to the 6th chord, F sharp minor 7, and I do that by playing a little walking bass line. From the 3rd of the chord, A, C sharp is the 3rd, going up chromatically to that F sharp, and then I add these guys. So that's F sharp minor 7. So now we repeat that same pattern. But now we play that F sharp minor 7 all the way up to this 9th fret. That's the C sharp. So that's okay. Because we have 3 C sharps here. And now everything goes down a half tone. We're already here, so leave this. And we're going to A flat minor 11 now. Same figure. Sorry. So that was A flat, then D flat 7 flat 9. Always 2 to the left. And then G sharp, so G flat major 7. Okay, so same thing as before, but now we have a melody. And then the melody I harmonize it in thirds again in the key of G flat major. And now I play a 6th. Why? I want to catch that G minor 11. On the next one, here is the C on top. So I somehow need to get up onto that E string. And I can do that by playing 6th. Okay? So that extends my reach here. Okay, that was A flat, G flat, and now now I can go to G minor 11 with that C on top. Now I have the this one, C 7 flat 9, F major, and now we go up that pickup bar again. That's over F, and the thirds have to include that B, so that's F Lydian. We're in C major again. We're in C major. So it's not F major just because F is the chord below it. So it's F Lydian, and that has the B sharp 11. So a simple C major scale. So all the thirds I play are harmonized in the C major scale, except for this G sharp, of course. That's A harmonic minor scale. And I play the sixth here again. Okay. Takes me back to the A section. Here is the complete B section at slow tempo for you. So for the A3 section, please repeat the first 6 bars of the A1 section again. And now we're going for the third ending. We have this majestic E9 sus4 chord. Wow, so fat. Low E string, and then a 7th fret all the way through. And never hit it, never go, but go string by string. Okay? And now I have a long gap until I have to play this chord. That's an E7 flat 9. So what I know is I need to get up here. Here's the melody. So I need to get somewhere close to that, okay? So what I'm doing, I play E9, before we play that alter chord, this is just an E9 sus4, that's E mixolydian. The 5th degree of the A scale, a 5th back is A major. So that's A major, E mixolydian. Now what I do is I play thirds. I climb up here. Because then I'm on A as the top note. And then the next would be B. And that's exactly what I have with my next chord. I play the low E string, then I mute the A string, and this is a G sharp diminished chord. That's the 3rd of the E7, and you can play, viewers who watch my channel a lot know this already. I said this in every video. You can play a diminished chord from the 3rd, 5th, 7th on flat 9 of an altered chord, of a dominant chord. Then you get a 7 flat 9 chord, and we use that in chord melodies so many times. It's a trick to get voicings where there would be no good ones, okay? So this is half a bar, and the other one is a real altered chord, E7 sharp 9, without the root, but the flat 13 on top. Rearrange your fingers. This is how you make your top voicings. You have an E7, sharp 9. This is your standard altered chord here, or the flat 9. In this case, I chose the sharp 9. Then let go of the root. Nobody needs that. What do we pay the bass player for? And then I have another finger left on the top string. So E7 altered. Okay, mute that A string. All right, here is the A3 ending at slow tempo. Now we have 8 more bars for the C section, and then we're done. Now we go to an F major 13 here. I don't play the root. You can hear it. The ear is able to know the root, to recognize the root out of from the context. By the way, this is an interesting resolution. We're coming from that E altered. That would usually resolve to A major, or in this case minor. F major is not A minor, obviously, but it's a relative, the second relative. So there's a great resolution here. C in the melody, and back to F major. Then D minor, the sixth. Play the bass first because there's no melody on beat 1. Then the rest of the chord, all the way up. The C. And now we go to E7 flat 9. Again, a diminished chord. This time it starts on the B. That's the fifth of the chord. I told you, third, fifth, 7 flat 9. That's where we can start our diminished chords to get an E7 flat 9 chord. Leave your pinky here. It glides all the way up and down. And then F major 7 to this melody, the ninth, and back up. Then F7 flat 5. So this is F7, your cowboy chord. Now we go down a fifth, a flat to a flat fifth. Simple as that. Okay, bass first, because no melody on beat 1, then the whole chord. Then again that ninth. Back up. Then an F9, sharp 11. Here's your F9. Again, how do we build upper chords? The chords that we have on the upper 4 strings. We have a regular chord, F9. We remove the root, or the lowest note, and now we're able to add this. Because, I mean, you could try with 05, but this is really narrow here. I catch it, in time I wouldn't catch it correctly, so I just play the upper 4 strings. And since we had the bass anyway before, and the ear can detect the root anyway, you still hear that in your ear, so that's totally okay. Then A and G, and then we go to A minor. I play with the open A string, because now I can easily play that D, back, and the D again, okay? That's the melody actually, the rest is just filling in between. E7 sus4. E7 flat 13 with the 7th in bass. So 2 to the left of your root. You play this voicing and you get an altered chord. Then the B string again. And we have the final chord, A minor 7 with the A. You could also bar it, same thing. Oops. So here's the entire C section at slow tempo. Check out my chord melody and jazz ballads playlist if you like that kind of style. Please give this video a fat thumbs up so it gets seen by many others and boosts my channel. Also, don't forget to click that hype button if you ever get to see it, usually on mobile, on phones. Thanks a lot. I see you next week. Servus, baba.